네, 이어서 슈퍼닉 회사 소개 영상을 시청하도록 하겠습니다.
Suponic, Greatest Humanity Project. Suponic is a project aimed at eradicating poverty worldwide by creating jobs and adding sustainability and governance to ensure longevity of the system. We hope to achieve this by investing in the right technologies, introducing superior products, provide excellent marketing strategies, and creating a sustainable platform. What is sustainability? Have you heard of the phrase, eat up all your food and think of the starving children? Unfortunately, although we like to keep our neighbors in our minds, very few people know how to do something about it. We at Suponic aim to change this by uniting the people, creating proper jobs, performing fair trade, utilizing the latest technologies, including Suponic's proprietary distributed ledger systems, otherwise known as blockchain. So far, Suponic has made investments into consumer electronics, including 3D holographic phones, world's first 10 CPU 3D holographic tablets, 3D holographic notebooks, and 3D holographic television, and more. Suponic has also invested in areas of fashion, water, blockchain.
네, 저희 영상 잘 보셨죠? 네, 이어서는 저희 여기 계신 분들의 많은 궁금증을 해결할 수 있고 또 공부할 수 있는 시간이 되실 수 있을 것 같습니다. 총 7분이 세미나를 준비해 주셨는데요. 첫 번째로는요, 스포닉의 CEO죠. 조나단 오버럴의 세미나를 처음으로 들어보도록 하겠습니다. 여러분들 박수로 모셔보겠습니다.
Good afternoon, everybody. Now I need to turn this PowerPoint presentation on. If we can please call up my presentation. If we could have the PowerPoint turned on, please. Sorry, yes, we have the PowerPoint turned on? Good, oh, sorry. Okay, thank you. Let me go back. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jonathan Overall, and I am the CEO of Suponic. I'd like to thank you as our participants and esteemed panel of speakers for joining us today. I know that many of you have made a special effort to be here and have travelled long distances. This is our second Suponic Forum. The theme of the forum is how innovation in blockchain is driving us to be the best. And today we will showcase our innovations and officially launch the Good Game platform. This forum will allow attendees to have a look at our business progress to date and to also learn of our upcoming plans. So let's get started. As part of my presentation, I wanted to provide you with an overview to Suponic and what we are proposing to achieve. After my presentation, you will hear from our creative, technical, and blockchain experts, as well as experience some great entertainment. As you know, our business was founded on being innovative with blockchain technology. Over the past year, we have successfully launched the Suponic Coin and also launched our own Suponic Exchange here in Korea. In Europe, we have established offices in Dublin, Ireland, and are also expanding into Gibraltar to provide what we believe will be Europe's leading exchange. In today's session, you'll also be hearing from my European colleague, Mr. Sam Buxton, who is a cryptocurrency expert and leader in innovative blockchain products. In Sam's upcoming presentation, you will learn more about how cryptocurrency exchanges operate and why we'll be offering our services through a regulated exchange environment. As you all are aware, 2018 was a difficult year for cryptocurrency as many coins failed and have been built on businesses that are asset-backed and have been rigorous in our investments. So Saponic is trying to be the best. So how is Saponic different, and what have we achieved in the past year? Well, as I mentioned, we've been innovative in blockchain, we've provided the best-in-class products, and our focus has been on fintech and has been the mainstream of our technology. So the year in review. Well, we've launched our Saponic exchange in Korea, we've established an online shopping mall, and we've also initiated and introduced power plants that are fueled by our garbage, our refuse. We've also invested in cell regeneration technology, which you'll learn more about today. We've established offices in Dublin with a head office on innovation and obviously blockchain technology, and we're in the process of applying for a DLT license, which will allow us to initiate future digital banking services. We've also delivered new smartphones, which we mentioned in the introduction, which have holographic technology. We have 3D screens that change the way we will consume media, and we have exciting gaming applications, and there's also the co-production of a Hollywood Chinese movie that you'll also learn about today. So these are just some of the innovations that we've been looking at, as well as Jay mentioned, we've been doing things which have been good for social responsibility and economic good. So there's much more to come. We have an exciting future. Today you will learn more from our speakers who will cover our progress in more detail. At Saponic, we are striving to do things better every day. So, what is our vision? Well, first of all, our vision is to do things better and to transform everyday banking through fintech innovation. We also want to make cryptocurrency accessible to everybody, which means that we have to do things to make it mainstream. So this means we have to go forward and develop positive working relationships with regulators and government, and also we have to provide advanced security and have the best people and products to be able to do the job. And of course, to do this, we need to earn the respect of corporates and individuals through trust and delivery with exceptional service. We believe these are the visions and values that represent Saponic, and I hope you will believe in them through today's presentation. So, our mission is to become the state-of-the-art cryptocurrency that provides exceptional service. And we're going to do everything the best we can. So I'd like to thank you for joining us today. We hope that you're going to enjoy the presentations and the entertainment that follow. And thank you for being part of this wonderful journey with us. And thank you again for joining us. Thank you.
네, 수고해주신 조나단 오월께 다시 한번 뜨거운 박수 부탁드립니다. 네, 이어서 두 번째 세미나는요, 블록체인 강의를 전해주실 텐데요. 블록체인 강의의 전경환 교수님을 소개하겠습니다. 뜨거운 박수로 맞이해 주십시오. 네, 전경환 교수님은 경성대학교 경영대학원 글로벌 부동산 경제 CEO 주임 교수이자 경제학 박사이십니다.
네, 대단히 반갑습니다. 방금 소개받은 경성대학교 경영대학원의 주임교수 정경환입니다. 다시 인사 한번 드리겠습니다. 네. 이렇게 많은 청중들 앞에서 연사를 하게 돼서 너무나 개인적으로 기쁘게 생각하고요. 하나님께 이 영광을 돌리도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 제가 말씀드릴 주제는 블록체인과 관련된 여러 가지 이야기를 할 텐데요. 크게 섹션은 제가 4가지로 분류를 해서 말씀을 드리도록 하겠습니다. 그 첫 번째는 블록체인이란 것이 과연 무엇이고 블록체인이 가지고 있는 진정한 의미는 어떤 것인가에 대해서 제가 좀 설명을 드리기로 하고요. 두 번째 시간에는 우리 슈퍼닉이 가지고 있는 미래의 비전과 가치, 그런 부분에 대해서 말씀을 좀 전해드리려고 합니다. 세 번째는 우리 슈퍼닉이 가지고 있는 그 위대함이라는 것이 무엇인가에 대해서 제가 좀 말씀을 드리려고 준비를 하고 있고요. 최근에 여러 가지 이제 지스타라는 넷마블에서 진행되는 그런 행사들이 굉장히 큰 반향을 일으키고 있는데, 거기에 따라서 세계적인 지스타와 같은 행사에 10배 이상, 20배 이상의 가치를 지니고 있는 e스포츠에 대해서 말씀을 드리고, 그 e스포츠의 메카로서 새롭게 거듭날 새로운 도시를 말씀을 좀 드리도록 하겠습니다. 제가 쭉 생각한 건데 이 블록체인이라는 것이 무엇이냐라는 것에 대해서 고민을 좀 많이 해봤는데요. 저는 이 블록체인이라는 이야기를 2014년도에 미국의 애리조나에서 세미나를 할 때 그 이야기를 들었습니다. 거기에 어떤 캐서닐이라는 과거에 저하고 미국에서 같이 유학을 하고 공부를 했던 그 친구가 교수님, 블록체인 중에서 비트코인이라는 게 있는데 이걸 공부를 좀 한번 해보세요. 이거는 좀 엄청난 가치가 있을 것 같아요 라고 했는데 제가 거기에 뭐라고 답을 했냐면 이 비트코인이라는 이런 것은 어떻게 보면 실용의 가치가 없고 교환의 가치가 없기 때문에 저는 이런 것을 하지 않습니다라고 이렇게 내팽개쳤던 그런 기억이 있는데 너무나 아쉬웠던 그런 기억들을 가지고 있습니다. 그래서 우리가 블록체인이라는 것은 딱 생각하면 많은 사람들이 암호화폐다, 크립토커런시다라고 이야기를 하는데 오히려 비트코인 때문에 블록체인이란 말이 더 크게 확장되고 또 개념으로 인식이 되고 있는 것 같습니다. 저는 개인적으로 생각할 때 이 블록체인이 어떻게 보면 여러 가지 형태의 가지고 있는 기술 중에 금융의 기술 중에 하나의 일부가 비트코인이라는 형태로 태어났다라고 생각을 합니다. 그럼 우리가 블록체인을 가지고 뭘 할 수 있느냐라는 어떤 그런 명제가 또 주어질 텐데요. 그럼 블록체인은 우리가 생각할 때 중앙 통제를 받지 않고 중앙 통제로부터 완전히 자유롭죠. 그리고 우리는 각각의 자유로운 의사의 결정을 할 수 있는 노드로부터 인정을 받습니다. 그리고 우리는 그런 어떤 탈중앙화를 통해서 누구에게가 집중되지 않고 또 누구에게가 권력이 편중되지 않는 그런 어떤 이념을 갖고 있는 게 저는 블록체인이라고 생각을 합니다. 오늘 제가 말씀드릴 이 주제를 지금 이게 포인트가 안 되는데요. 조금 전에 말씀드린 것 같이 이 블록체인은 디지털 장부라고 얘기를 합니다. 여기 위에서 설명되어 있는 바와 같이 공개적으로 시간의 순으로 기록이 되어진다라는 것이죠. 그래서 누군가가 이거를 변조하고 위조를 하려면 할 수가 없다라는 것이죠. 그런 측면에서 우리는 꼭 암호화폐와 연결되는 어떤 시장이 아니라 블록체인이 가지고 있는 그 무한한 가치는 새로운 영역을 창출하게 될 것이고 새로운 영역을 펼쳐나갈 것이라고 저는 생각을 하고 있습니다. 그래서 우리가 블록체인이라는 어떤 이 기술을 통해서 할 수 있는 일이 너무나 많은데요. 제가 경험한 지금 현재 부동산과 관련된 여러 가지 과학적인 어떤 시스템과 이 블록체인이 결합이 됨으로 인해 가지고 수많은 나라에서 이 블록체인을 통해서 원장 장부가 없는 그런 어떤 시스템을 도입을 하고 거기에 따라서 수많은 비용을 절감을 하는 그런 효과를 나타내고 있고 가까운 일본만 하더라도 토지 행정 시스템이 블록체인화되어서 우리나라에는 등기부 등본이라는 것이 소유권을 나타내는 등기부 등본이라는 것이 우리가 인정하지 않습니다. 소유권에 대해서 인정을 하고 있지 않기 때문에 그러한 것에서 우리가 진정한 소유권을 인정한다는 것이 각 노드로부터 인정을 받고 그 각 노드로부터 인정받은 것이 또 누군가가 공개적으로 오픈이 돼서 확인이 가능하고 그래서 진정한 소유권을 확인할 수 있는 그런 시스템이 토지와 관련된 여러 가지 행정에서 블록체인이 등장할 수 있다. 저는 개인적으로 그렇게 생각을 해보고 있습니다. 그래서 이 블록체인과 관련된 여러 가지 이야기들이 있는데요. 또 한 가지 우리가 보면은 은행과 같은 것이 중간자, 브로커리지 개념에서 중간자 개념으로서 하는데 우리는 은행을 많은 사람들이 이용을 하죠. 그러나 은행이 그런 어떤 중간자 매개를 하는데 이게 믿을 수 있을 것인가 없을 것인가에 대해서는 사실은 걱정을 하지 않는다라는 거죠. 왜 걱정을 하지 않냐면 우리는 은행이 가지고 있는 원장 장부를 신뢰를 하기보다는 우리는 그 이면에 감춰져 있는 아니면 은행 그 자체를 신뢰하기 때문에 오히려 걱정을 하지 않고 거래는 이루어지지만 누군가에게 해킹을 당하고 누구에게 해킹을 당해서 또 자본이 이출화되고 그런 어떤 여러 가지 부분에서 불안전한 요소를 가지고 있다라고 할 수가 있겠습니다. 그래서 진정한 것은 우리가 블록체인은 암호화폐 그 너머의 시장에 우리는 존재한다라고 저는 생각을 해보고 있고 그런 것에서 믿어 의심치 않습니다. 그리고 우리는 믿을 만한 정보에 대해서 인간들은 많이 움직이고 그게 신뢰할 만한가 안 한가에 대한 믿음을 갖고 어떤 행동으로 옮기게 된다라는 것이죠. 그래서 블록체인은 아까 좀 전에 말씀드린 것 같이 탈중앙화된 시스템에서 각기 다른 컴퓨터 속의 노드로부터 인정을 받고 신뢰를 받고 믿음을 받기 때문에 거기에 따르는 신뢰가 무한적으로 발생이 되어서 우리는 액션을 취하게 된다라는 것에 대해서 말씀을 좀 드리고 싶습니다. 그러면 조금 전에 말씀드렸지 여러 가지 시간의 순에 의해서 기록이 되고 정리가 되는 것이기 때문에 위 변조가 되지 않는다는 것은 말씀을 좀 드렸고요. 우리는 신뢰 규모에 따라서 여러 가지의 정책들도 펼쳐지고 그 신뢰 규모에 따라서 또 여러 가지 액션이 취해진다라고 저는 생각을 합니다. 그래서 블록체인은 앞으로 나오고 있는 암호화폐의 시장과는 결과적으로 분리가 될 수 없는 그런 시장을 얘기를 하고 있습니다만은 그 시장과 또 더불어서 무한한 확장성과 무한한 또 신중한 어떤 그런 것들을 엄청난 가치들을 만들어낼 수 있다. 개인적으로 그렇게 생각을 해봅니다. 우리 슈퍼닉은 어떤 비전을 갖고 있고 어떤 밸류의 가치를 갖고 있느냐에 대해서 저는 많은 고민을 해보고 있습니다. 슈퍼닉은 무엇을 전제로 해서 나아갈 것인가, 또 어떤 가치를 가지고 있는가에 대해서 고민을 해봤습니다. 말미암아 우리 슈퍼닉에 대해서 여러 가지 이슈들이 등장을 할 텐데 저는 개인적으로 이 슈퍼닉이 이노베이션, 혁신에 대해서 이야기를 하고 있다는 것입니다. 그것이 우리에게는 큰 비전으로 다가오는 것인데 그 어떤 시장에서의 새로운 블루오션 시장을 창출하는 것도 있지만 어떤 시장을 새롭게 창조를 해서 만들어 나갈 수 있다는 것이죠. 저는 개인적으로 종교적인 이야기를 하고 싶지는 않지만 우리가 창세기에 성경 말씀의 창세기 보면 1장 1절에 태초에 하나님께서 천지 만물을 창조하셨노라라고 이야기를 하고 있습니다. 그러나 그 수많은 그 말씀을 듣고 그 수많은 사람들은 태초에 하나님이 진짜 천지 만물을 창조하였을까에 대한 의구심을 가지지 않는다라는 것이죠. 그런 측면에서 볼 때 이 슈퍼닉이 가지고 있는 기술력, 거기에 세상을 흔들어 놓을 수 있는 그런 혁신을 가지고 등장을 했을 때 우리는 정말로 큰 믿음을 갖고 그것을 바라보고 신뢰할 수 있어야 된다는 생각에서 저는 동의를 구하고 저는 동의를 하고 있습니다. 두 번째는 슈퍼닉이 가지고 있는 비전이 무엇일까요? 나눔입니다. 나눔. 우리는 세상에 많은 어려움을 겪고 있고 세상에 많은 정치적으로나 또 정치적인 그런 피해를 가지고 있는 사람들로부터 우리는 보호를 해야 될 측면이 있습니다. 지금 시장은 굉장히 양극화되고 있습니다. 있는 사람은 있고 없는 사람은 없고 우리에게는 어떤 명제가 있을까요? 가난한 사람을 부자로 만들 수 있는 그런 어떤 명제가 있지 않을까요? 아니면 우리가 가지고 있는 그 무엇인가를 나누어야 된다는 거죠. 세상에는 먹지 못하고 나누지 못해서 죽어가는 사람들이 너무나 많습니다. 제가 개인적으로 생각할 때는 우리가 충분히 나눈다면은 다 먹고 살고 풍요로운 이 지구의 생활을 할 수가 있을 텐데 그렇지 못하다는 것이 너무나 안타까운 마음에 저는 이러한 비전과 가치가 슈퍼닉에 있지 않을까 개인적으로 생각을 해봅니다. 그러므로 해서 슈퍼닉은 엄청난 부가가치를 가지고 있고 그 부가가치를 가지고 있는 그것을 우리 모든 사람에게 축복으로 은혜로 던져주고 있다는 것입니다. 그런 점에서 슈퍼닉은 그 자리에 시류에 흔들리지 않고 바람에 흔들리지 않고 갈대처럼 흔들리지 않는 그런 어떤 그 자리에 있음으로 해서 존재하는 슈퍼닉, 그 자리에 있다는 것은 굉장히 중요한 의미를 가진다고 저는 개인적으로 생각을 해봅니다. 그래서 우리는 나눔에 대한 어떤 여러 가지를 생각을 하고 또한 그런 부분에서 우리는 실천해 나가야 된다라고 개인적으로 생각을 해봅니다. 세 번째는 무엇일까요? 상생입니다. 많은 기업들이 어려워합니다. 지금은 불경기를 뛰어넘어서 전 세계가 원 월드, 하나의 세계입니다. 이 하나의 세계 속에서 많은 기업들은 기술을 개발해놓고 마케팅의 능력이 없어서 때로는 기술은 있는데 어떤 자금적인 어떤 부분에 어려움을 겪어서 더 이상 나아가지 못하는 그런 기업들이 너무나 많다라는 것이죠. 그런 측면에서 우리는 슈퍼닉이 가지고 있는 기술적인 창조적인 아이디어와 또 창조적인 어떤 그런 기술을 지원할 수 있는 그런 능력을 가지고 많은 기업들과 쉐어하고 같이 도모해서 함께 나아가고자 한다는 것입니다. 네 번째 우리 슈퍼닉이 가지고 있는 명제는 번영입니다. 번영. 비즈니스는 더 이상 확장할 수가 없고 비즈니스가 성숙이 되지 않고 성장되어 나가지 않는다면 그것 또한 매몰되는 것이라고 저는 생각을 합니다. 그런 측면에서 우리 슈퍼닉은 기업이 가지고 있는 그 가치를 뛰어넘어서 인도주의적인 측면에서도 번영을 해 나가리라고 생각을 합니다. 수많은 사람들이 바라고 있고 수많은 사람들이 원하고 수많은 사람들이 이 지구상에 있는 모든 인류가 제대로 된 기업과 엄청난 가치를 내뿜고 있는 이 슈퍼닉과 함께 한다면 그 번영의 길이 엄청난 변화로 좋은 길로 선한 길로 인도할 것이라고 저는 생각을 합니다. 마지막으로 이 슈퍼닉이 가지고 있는 비전과 이 밸류의 가치는 어떤 것일까요? 저는 봉사라고 또 생각합니다. 우리는 문명대치 사업을 많이 이야기를 하기도 합니다. 지금도 어느 나라의 인간은 먹는 문제를 떠나서 아직도 글을 배우지 못하고 문명에 젖어서 더 나아가지 못하는 그런 어떤 삶을 살고 있는 나라와 국가들이, 민족들이 너무나 많다라고 생각합니다. 슈퍼니는 그런 측면에서 여러 계열사 가운데에서 학교의 교육에 대한, 아카데미에 대한 어떤 비전을 갖고 있습니다. 아카데미에 대한 미션을 가지고 있습니다. 그런 측면에서 이 5가지가 슈퍼닉이 가지고 있는 비전이자 또 우리에게 주는 명제이자 미션이자 그게 가치이지 않을까 저는 개인적으로 생각을 해봅니다. 슈퍼닉은 여러 가지 측면에서 저는 나름대로 제가 가지고 있는 기술적인 부분과 또 제가 가지고 있는 능력 안에서 많은 체크리스트를 체크해 보았습니다. 그래, 이 기업이 앞으로 영원히 지속적으로 성장하라고 우리에게 많은 메시지를 던져주고 또 우리에게 어떠한 삶의 평안함을 줄 것인가에 대해서 고민을 해봤을 때 이 5가지가 우리한테 대변해 주는 것이 아닌가 개인적으로 생각을 해봅니다. 다음은 우리가 슈퍼닉이 가지고 있는 여러 명제 중에서 몇 가지를 정리를 해보았습니다. 그 첫 번째가 가장 가치 있고 또 가장 자유로운 기업이라는 것입니다. 가치라는 것은 여러분 무엇일까요? 가치라는 것은 밸류가 어떠한 하나로 아니면 달러화로 이렇게 화폐 단위로 바꿀 수 있는 그런 어떤 가치를 지니기도 하지만 저는 그 이상의 가치를 지닌다고 봅니다. 그래서 슈퍼닉은 가지고 있는 여러 가지의 가치에 대해서 제가 조금 전에 말씀을 드렸지만 그러한 가치에 어떤 검증화되는 어떤 그런 어떤 것을 뛰어넘어서 인류에 엄청난 봉사를 해줄 수 있는 그런 가치가 있다고 저는 개인적으로 생각을 해보고 있습니다. 여러분은 어떠신가요? 동의하시는가요? 네. 두 번째는 감사합니다. 저에게 박사를 보내주신 게 아니라 슈퍼닉에 많은 찬사를 보내주신 거라고 생각을 합니다. 두 번째는 어떤 이야기일까요? 슈퍼닉의 이 오늘의 출정식이 널리 인간을 이롭게 한다라는 것입니다. 우리는 많은 복음은 좋은 이야기들은 나눠서 더 많이 전파를 해야 하고 설파를 해야 된다고 생각을 하고 있습니다. 우리는 세상을 살아가면서 진정한 기업을 만난다는 것은 굉장히 어려운 일이라고 생각을 합니다. 여러분들은 그렇지 않았나요? 내 삶에 있어서 진정한 기업을 만나본 적이 있습니까? 내 삶에 있어서 나의 눈물을 닦아주는 기업을 만나보신 적이 있습니까? 수많은 사람들이 눈물을 흘리는 그 눈물을 같이 울어주고 같이 기쁠 때 같이 기뻐해주고 같이 슬픔을 이렇게 안고 보듬어주는 그런 기업들이 있었을까요? 슈퍼닉은 오늘 이 자리가 딱딱한 자리로부터 출범이 되지만 이 딱딱한 자리가 여러분들에게 새로운 희망의 메시지가 될 것이고 여러분들이 이루고 싶은 소망이 될 것이라고 저는 생각을 합니다. 소망이라는 것은 무엇일까요, 여러분? 소망이라는 내가 꼭 이루고 싶은 것을 얘기합니다. 여러분들을 위해서 기도를 해드리고 여러분들을 위해서 축복을 해주는 기업이 있었나요? 여러분들을 위해서 우리 여기에 최고 경영자 되시는 분 아니면 우리 제이박 회장님께서 그런 기도를 늘 해주시고 계시는데 여러분들은 지금까지 그런 걸 경험해 보셨습니까? 나를 위해서 눈물을 훔쳐주고 가슴으로 따뜻하게 안아주는 그런 기업과 그런 오늘 보신 적이 있으십니까? 저는 거기에 대해서 너무나 감복을 받았고 너무나 소탈하시고 또 인간적인 면에 너무 매료되어서 내가 할 수 있는 일이 무엇인가에 대해서 여러 가지를 생각을 해보았습니다. 그런 측면에서 볼 때 나에게 새로운 어떤 명제를 떠서 당신은 지금 이후의 인생에 있어서 무엇을 선택할 것입니까? 라고 물어본다면 저는 감히 말씀드리건대 죽을 때까지 할 수 있는 가치 있는 일을 선택하겠다라고 말씀을 드리고 싶습니다. 우리가 죽을 때까지 할 수 있는 가치 있는 일이 있을까요? 저는 많지 않다라고 봅니다. 그런 측면에서 우리 슈퍼닉이 내가 죽을 때까지 가난한 사람을 부자로 만들고 양극화된 어떤 그런 시장들을 완화시키고 또 새로운 기술을 널리 선포를 해서 인간을 이롭게 하고 인간다운 삶을 영화롭게 하고 그런 부분에서 우리 슈퍼닉은 엄청난 가치를 지니고 있다고 개인적으로 생각을 해봅니다. 그 다음이 이것입니다. 세상을 사랑으로 세상을 치유하는 슈퍼닉이라. 우리 제이박 회장님께서 하시는 말씀 중에 저는 메디칼과 관련된 그런 어떤 비즈니스를 전개해 나가겠다는 것에 대해서 말씀을 드렸습니다. 한 사람의 개인의 어떻게 보면 그냥 지나쳐도 아무 문제가 없을 한 개인의 문제를 깊이 들으시고 그분이 가지고 계시는 아픔을 보듬고 그분의 아버님이 암으로 고생하시는 것에 대해서 새로운 길을 열어드리고 치유할 수 있는 그런 마음을 열어드리고 우리 이 인간 사회는 사랑으로 너무 굶주려 있습니다. 너무 메말라 있습니다. 거칠어진 황토와 같은 세상에 우리는 살아가고 있습니다. 그 속에서 나의 가슴을 부여잡고 사랑으로 따뜻한 온기를 줄 수 있는 기업이 있을까요? 그런 기업은 나는 진정 슈퍼닉이라고 개인적으로 생각을 해봅니다. 다음은 모두가 함께 만드는 기업입니다. 슈퍼닉은 완전하지 않습니다. 기술적으로 완전할지는 몰라도 80%는 완전하다고 저는 개인적으로 생각합니다. 기술적인 게 부족해서 80%가 아니라 우리 나머지 20%는 어떻게 해야 될까요? 우리의 공통된 가치관을 여기서 추출해내야 된다고 저는 생각을 합니다. 지금까지 살아왔던 환경, 자신이 가지고 있는 가치관, 자신이 가지고 있는 생각, 그러한 어떤 다른 생각들을 잠시 접어두고 우리는 단 하나의 아무 빛이 없는 블랙홀 같은 깜깜한 그 속에서 강렬한 빗줄기 하나를 우리는 발견해내야 될 것이고, 그 빗줄기를 통해서 우리는 공통된 가치관을 만들어야 된다고 저는 생각을 합니다. 그 가치관이 나머지의 그 부족한 슈퍼닉이 가지고 있는 함께 하고자 하는 그 정신에 입각해서 그 20%를 채울 수 있다고 저는 생각을 합니다. 어떠한 기술력을 넘어서서 우리 각 개개인이 가지고 있는 그 아픔들을 보듬어주고 우리는 슈퍼닉과 같은 공통된 가치관을 만들어서 함께 나아가고 함께 성숙하고 함께 성장을 해나가서 무한한 가치를 우리는 만들어낼 것입니다. 그런 점에서 슈퍼닉은 대단한 기업임이 분명할 것이고 저 또한 거기에 동의하는 바입니다. 우리는 슈퍼닉의 여러 가지 위대함에 대해서 이야기를 하고 있습니다. 우리 제이박 회장님께서 늘 말씀하시는 게 신뢰, 투명, 정직입니다. 정직하게 기업을 운영한다는 것은 엄청난 어려운 일입니다. 특히나 요즘 같은 아주 가파른 시대가 가파르게 흘러가고 있는 이쯤 시대에 자신의 이익을 대부분 추구하고 나머지가 어떤 상대에 대한 어떤 베네핏을 주려고 하는데, 그런 측면에서 본다면 이거는 아니지 않을까요? 먼저 내 이익을 챙기기 전에 나누는 그런 정직함. 제가 아까 조금 전에 말씀드린 것 같이 슈퍼닉은 그 자리에 있다라고 말씀을 드렸는데, 그 자리에 있다는 것은 굉장히 중요한 의미를 가지고 있습니다. 시류에 흔들리지 않고 바람에 흔들리지 않는다고 말씀드렸지 않습니까? 슈퍼닉은 언제나 그 자리에 있습니다. 그 자리에 축복을 가득 안고 그 자리에 있습니다. 그러면 여러분들은 어떻게 해야 되죠? 여러분들은 그 슈퍼닉과 함께 그 축복과 그 슈퍼닉이 주는 은혜와 함께 달려나가면 된다고 저는 생각을 합니다. 그럴 준비가 여러분들에게는 되어 있으신가요? 네, 중요한 의미죠. 네. 그리고 슈퍼닉은 다른 후발주자들에 대한 여러 가지 아픔들이 있는데 그런 것들을 다 보듬어주고 또 기관 투자가들에 대한 투자를 받지 않습니다. 왜 그러냐면 기관 투자가들이 막대한 자본을 가지고 투자를 해서 이 기업을 흔들려고 하고 이 기업이 다른 엉뚱한 길로 가도록 인도를 하기 때문에 문제가 발생하는 것이죠. 그런 측면에서 슈퍼닉은 자체의 자본으로, 자체의 에쿼티로 여러 가지를 준비하고 있습니다. 그런 측면에서 참 대단한 기업이지 않나 개인적으로 생각을 해봅니다. 여러 가지에 있어서 우리 슈퍼닉은 또한 국제거래소를 갖고 있고 거기에 따라서 또 상용화, 우리 슈퍼닉에서만 거래되는 어떤 그런 시장이 아니라 다른 어떠한 시장에서도 통용이 되는 국제거래소를 갖고 있습니다. 그것이 바로 상용화가 아닌가 개인적으로 생각합니다. 제이박 회장님께서 인사 말씀에서 말씀하셨죠. 우리는 준비되어 있는 것이다라는 거죠. 우리는 막 달리고자 하는 폭주 기관차 같은 열차 속에 내 몸을 싣기만 하면 되는 것입니다. 그리고 그 기업과 함께만 하면 되는 것입니다. 그렇지 않나요? 어떤 회사들은 많은 화이트 페이퍼, 백스를 내고 그 안에 로드맵을 짜서 이렇게 저렇게 하겠노라라고 얘기를 하고 있지만 그대로 실행되는 회사는 99%도 없다라는 얘기죠. 그러나 우리는 이미 만들어진 플랫폼 속에서 우리는 진행이 된다라는 것이죠. 그런 측면에서 엄청난 기업의 가치가 있다라고 생각을 해봅니다. 슈퍼닉이 가지고 있는 ATM기 바로 넣어서 현금화되는 그런 부분들도 준비를 하고 있다라는 것이고요. 제가 말씀드리고 싶은 오늘 강력한 주제가 이것입니다. 2018년도에 아시안게임의 시범 종목으로도 채택이 됐던 e스포츠를 누가 관장을 할 것인가요? 기술력을 갖고 있는 그것만 갖고 되는 것은 아니죠. 그렇지 않습니까? 수많은 새로운 시장들이 창출되고 있습니다. 과거 2002년도 때부터 본격적으로 시작이 됐던 이 e스포츠는 우리 저는 부산에서 왔는데요. 부산에서 여러 가지의 게임들이 참여하는 그런 어떤 대회들이 열렸는데 특히 여러분들이 잘 아시는 지스타, 넷마블에서 주최하는 G스타가 엄청난 반향을 불러일으켰지만 거기에 10배, 20배, 30배 이상의 시장을 가지고 있는 게 e스포츠 시장이라고 생각이 됩니다. 이 e스포츠를 지금 슈퍼닉이 시작하려고 합니다. 이 e스포츠를 지금 우리 대한민국에 최초로 열어서 진행을 하고자 하는 것입니다. 우리는 거기에 기꺼이 동참할 것이고 거기에 수많은 프로게이머들이 관광산업과 더불어서 육성해 나갈 것이라고 생각합니다. 이 e스포츠에 지원을 해주기 위해서 여러분들이 오늘 오셨고 또 여러 후원자분들이 오셨습니다. 저는 그 대한민국 속에서 특히 저는 우리 부산이 앞으로 e스포츠의 메카가 될 거라고 생각합니다. 여러분들이 잘 아시는 오버워치 게임으로 통해서 많은 챔피언들이 탄생하고 있지만 거기 현재 최근에까지 챔피언을 달성하고 있는 팀이 우리 부산 팀들입니다. 그래서 오늘 제가 여러 개 프로 어떤 팀이 창단식이 오늘 여기 있는 걸로 알고 있습니다만은 우리 부산이 천혜의 자연 환경을 가지고 있고 천혜의 강과 산과 또 바다와 그 다음에 사계절이 뚜렷한 이런 천혜의 자연 환경을 가지고 있는 이 부산이 함께 e스포츠와 하기를 확수고대하고 또 개인적으로 엄청난 열정으로 바라고 있고 그 속에서 팀원으로 제 살신성인에서 하고자 하는 노력이 있습니다. 오늘 그것을 축하해 주기 위해서 여기에 외교부의 대사님이셨고 또 아시아 태평양 도시관광진흥기구의 사무총장께서 여기 와 계십니다. 전 세계 100개의 도시가 연계가 되어 있고 이번 2019년 9월 달에는 TPO라는 이 기구의 총회가 열립니다. 전 세계 100개 도시의 시장님들이 와서 여러 가지 컨퍼런스와 세미나를 진행하게 될 예정인데 거기에 총수분이 와 계십니다. 우리 이분께서 응원해 주시고 결재를 해 주신다면 우리 슈퍼닉과 함께 e스포츠가 대한민국에서 부산이라는 도시를 통해서 계속 뻗어나가고 최고의 메카의 도시로 거듭날 것인데 우리 김수길 총장님을 다시 한번 소개해 드리겠습니다. 여러분 큰 박수로 한번 환영해 주시면 대단히 감사하겠습니다. 네, 총장님 e스포츠가 꼭 부산에서 열릴 수 있도록 지원해 주실 거죠? 네, 약속하셨습니다. 그러면 되는 거 아니겠습니까? 네. 잠시 짧은 시간의 미팅에서 우리 제이박 회장님과 또 우리 최은희 대표님과 우리 TPO의 또 사무총장님하고 여러 가지 이야기를 나눴습니다. 정부의 전폭적인 지원과 함께 또 부산관광공사와 또 TPO와 함께 일단 MOU를 체결해서 앞으로 나아가고자 합니다. 그래서 슈퍼닉이 앞으로 여러분들이 듣는 그 어떤 상황에서도 여러 가지 상황에서도 슈퍼닉은 엄청나게 내가 참여하느냐 안 참여하느냐 그것도 중요합니다만은 그것이 어떤 결정짓는 문제가 아니라 슈퍼닉이 앞으로 어떻게 확장되어 나가고 어떤 사업으로 이게 엄청난 가치를 가지고 성장해 나갈 것이라는 것은 아무도 모른다. 저는 그것이 감히 말씀드리는데 무한대가 아니냐 생각합니다. 무한대가 아니냐 생각합니다. 그런 측면에서 많이 기대하는 바가 있고요. 여러분 이제 제 이야기를 좀 줄이려 합니다. 우리는 이 세계를 내 손안에서 점령할 시기가 왔습니다. 슈퍼닉과 함께. 여러분들은 뭐를 주저하고 계십니까? 여러분들 지금까지 내 삶에 있어서 진정하게 축복해 준 사람이 있었습니까? 내가 잘못되면 너무 안 됐어, 너무 불쌍해, 너 어쩌니? 그렇지만 속으로는 기뻐하는 사람이 더 많았습니다. 내가 어느덧 자산이 조금 더 늘어나고 자산이 이렇게 좀 이루어졌다면 그것을 어떻게 하면 빼앗아 먹을까? 라고 궁리하는 사람들이 주변에 너무 많이 있다는 거죠. 그러나 우리는 여기에서 이 장소에서 같은 어떤 가치관을 만들어내고 같은 어떤 삶의 목표를 이뤄내고 비전을 갖고 내가 나이에 많고 적음을 떠나서 꿈을 가지고 내 집안의 역사의 가문을 내 이름으로부터 새롭게 쓰는 그런 날을 여러분들은 원하지 않습니까? 저는 원합니다. 많은 사람들은 저한테 새벽에 여러 가지의 이야기와 메시지를 던집니다. 저에게는 역전이 필요합니다. 저에게는 반전이 필요합니다. 그런 메시지를 줍니다. 자신이 처해 있는 너무나 절박한 순간에 절망적인 마음을 안고 있는 그 순간에 한 줄기 빛을 만나고 싶어 하는 거죠. 감히 제가 말씀드리건데 슈퍼닉은 여러분들의 마음에 가슴 속에 그런 한 줄기의 강력한 빛이 될 거라고 저는 믿어 의심치 않습니다. 여러분 슈퍼닉과 함께 하시겠습니까? 네. 슈퍼닉은 지금 can 할 수 있다, will 할 것이다. 언제? Now, 지금. 그런 어떤 명제를 가지고 있다고 생각합니다. 슈퍼닉 밑에 파랗게 새겨진 글자를 읽어보신 적 있습니까? Yeah. Doing the impossible. 불가능한 일을 한다는 것이죠. 저는 저 글자의 글귀가 제 가슴 속에 엄청난 열정의 덩어리로 만들어냈습니다. 슈퍼닉은 어디까지 확장될지 정말 이 생각을 해보면 상상을 초월할 정도의 그런 기업이지 않나 개인적으로 생각합니다. 그런 가치를 가지고 있는 것이 아닐까 개인적으로 생각해봅니다. 마지막으로 많은 사람들은 인생을 살면서 3번의 기회가 있다고 얘기를 합니다. 여러분은 3번의 기회 중에서 몇 번을 잡으셨나요? 한 번이라도 잡아보셨나요? 저는 개인적으로 생각할 때 저도 기회와 성공을 하고 싶어서 중국으로 유학을 가고 미국으로 유학을 갔지만 아직도 진정한 그런 것은 거머쥐지 못했다고 생각합니다. 우리가 그 기회를 붙잡기 위해서는 깨어 있어야 된다고 생각합니다. 깨어 있어야 된다. 내 생각을 리셋해야 된다는 거예요. 내 생각을 비워야 된다는 것입니다. 과거에 좋았던 경험이 있다면 그걸 살리고 나빴던 경험이 있다면 과감히 던져버리시고 그 기회를 붙잡기 위해서는 깨어있는 마음과 깨어있는 정신으로 기다리고 있는다면 우리에게는 새로운 기회가 열릴 것이다 라고 생각합니다. 저는 밥 보포트의 저서를 잠시 소개하고 이제 이야기를 마무리하려고 합니다. 밥 보포트의 또 다른 출발점이라는 책에서는 이런 이야기가 있습니다. 당신은 당신 명함 앞에 붙어있는 직함을 버리기를 두려워하지 않는가? 당신은 그 명함 앞에 붙어있는 직함을 과감하게 벗어 던져버려라. 그리고 사다리를 올라타서 그 울타리 너머에 펼쳐져 있는 무한한 세상을 바라보라. 그러면 당신은 새로운 멘토를 만나게 될 것이고 당신은 새로운 멘티로 거듭나게 될 것이다. 그러면 당신은 새로운 기회를 붙잡게 될 것이고 새로운 길을 가게 될 것이다. 그것이 당신에게 강력한 빛이 될 것이다 라고 이야기하고 있습니다. 여러분들의 최고의 삶을 보장하는 슈퍼닉 함께 하시기를 바라겠습니다. 대단히 감사합니다.
네, 정경환 교수님의 강의 대단히 감사합니다. 또 교수님이셔서 그런지 되게 어렵게만 느끼던 블록체인을 쉽게 설명을 잘 풀어주신 것 같아요. 또 무엇보다도 한국말로 해주셔서 이해가 조금 더 쉬웠던 것 같습니다. 네, 다음으로는 샘 벅스턴의 세미나를 이어서 들어보실 텐데요. 샘 벅스턴은요, 슈퍼닉 유럽 어드바이저로 활동을 하고 있습니다. 샘 벅스턴을 박수로 모셔보도록 하겠습니다.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for inviting me to this beautiful country. Everybody's been extremely nice and welcoming. Couldn't have had a better experience so far. And thanks for taking the time to come here today. My name's Sam Buxton, and I'm going to be talking about blockchain business in Europe. Before I do so, a little bit more about myself. I was born and raised in Gibraltar in Southern Europe. In 2007, I went to play college basketball in the United States, and I was there for 4 years playing college basketball and studying finance. After my college career, I started a startup bank with some friends, and I spent 5 years dabbling in fintech and banking solutions. During that time, in 2014, I was introduced to Bitcoin, and it changed my life forever. And I'm a true believer in that blockchain, as Professor was saying before me, is the future. Currently, I run my own business in Europe, and I am advising Suponic Europe. I'm advising Jonathan and the team on the right and correct steps for Suponic to take to become one of the biggest and most prosperous exchanges in Europe. So let's just take a deep dive in. Despite the bearish cryptocurrency markets in 2018, governments in Europe and certain companies have been making the correct steps to build the foundations for a prosperous blockchain industry. But why Europe? First, we have to ask, why Europe? Well, not only is it the third largest market in the world, the third largest region behind Asia and Africa, it's also a blockchain-friendly region. And the EU, the way it's structured, allows easy and fair trade between member states, making it very attractive for the Suponic Group. A blockchain-friendly region. So to date, Europe or European blockchain businesses have not seen as many shutdowns, arrests, and things of this nature as other continents or regions have experienced. And this isn't because European governments have not been as have been complacent, rather, but it's because they've been proactive and they've taken the steps to start regulating blockchain early on. Some of the leaders, the European countries that are leading in this space are Gibraltar, my hometown, Switzerland, Malta, and Estonia. And these governments have been working on blockchain regulation since 2014. So a Cambridge University study released last year showed that Europe was actually the region with the most cryptocurrency exchanges in the world. Funny enough, as of today, only 26% of cryptocurrency exchanges are licensed and regulated. And you may ask, why is that important? Anyone can just set up an exchange and launch an exchange. Why does it have to be licensed and regulated? And there's many good reasons for that. Here are the top 5 that I could think of. It increases the reputation and attitude to business. So achieving a license will give Suponic that top reputation. It'll provide users with protection and reassurance when trading. A DLT provider is required to have systems in place to prevent things like money laundering and terrorist financing, things that we do not want associated to this sector and industry. A DLT regulated company, and apologies, DLT means distributed ledger technology, or in other words, a blockchain business. A DLT regulated company is expected to demonstrate it has adequate financial and non-financial resources. So we don't want exchanges to start popping up everywhere that customers sign up, deposit their hard-earned money, and then an exchange disappears off the face of this planet. That has been happening, and that's where we don't want the industry to go. Number 5, DLT licensing will assist with bringing institutional volume to this industry. And that's the key. Institutions and the big money of this world, the major financial corporations will not be investing into this space unless companies are insured, licensed, and regulated. And a DLT license is the first step to providing that infrastructure. So not only is regulation a trend right now in Europe, but security tokens are also starting to make some noise, and there's a bit of attention in the space right now. So security tokens are tokens that are issued that actually represent equity in a company. A secondary market for security tokens currently does not exist. So what we do think we're going to see in the next 2 to 3 years are cryptocurrency exchanges applying for traditional financial licenses that will allow them to list security tokens. And security tokens could be tokenized shares of Apple, tokenized shares of Samsung, for example. And we're going to need exchanges, also known as secondary markets, to list these tokens. And what the Suponic Group is currently exploring is achieving the right infrastructure and licensing to be able to capture future digital assets. And it's that positioning that will help the group prosper in the future. And there's also a study here, and there's a link to a study showing how Chain Partners and Coin1 recently, a couple of weeks ago, published an article saying that STOs may be the future. As I mentioned earlier, Gibraltar is one of the countries in Europe that's been really progressive in DLT regulation, in blockchain regulation. This is my hometown. I'm very proud to be from this very small country in the south of Spain. It has a population of 30,000 people. There's almost more people in this room. Why is Gibraltar a great place for blockchain business? Well, not only does it have a 10% corporate tax rate, it also has a phenomenal blockchain community with the right experts in place. There's banking solutions in place. Blockchain businesses continuously find it hard to find banking solutions, not in Gibraltar. The regulation is ready, and there's a few other things, such as there's 330 days of sun, there's free healthcare, free transportation, free education. It's a politically stable and Christian community. I'm going to keep my presentation short and sweet. I hope that adds some value to everybody in here and some insight into what Suponic are positioning themselves to be in Europe. Thank you very much.
네, 우리 샘 백스턴에게 다시 한번 뜨거운 박수 부탁드립니다, 여러분들. 네, 슈퍼닉 유럽 어드바이저로 활동을 하고 계신다고 합니다. 그래서 이어서 다음 세미나는요, 크레이그 피터슨의 세미나를 들어보도록 할 텐데요. 3D 실시간 비디오 하드웨어 컨버터 및 AV 제품의 선두 제조 업체인 백시를 설립하였다고 합니다. 우리 박수로 크레이그 피터슨을 불러보도록 하겠습니다. 네, 오늘 그레이그 피터슨이 울트라 VR에 관한 기술과 시연을 함께 전달해 드린다고 합니다.
Good afternoon. I'm Craig Peterson, the CEO of VEFXI, under the Suponic umbrella. And I have a number of my team here. I have Pamela, who is our VP of Design and Media, and also doing our head of finance. We have Michael, who is our software magician, who's developed the software on this demo we're going to show live on stage a little later. And then we have Paula Thurston, who's my VP of Engineering and also a hardware wizard that's actually made this demo possible. We're going to show you something later that the rest of the world will think is impossible. And we're going to show it to you for the first time here on this stage. Hopefully it'll work. Okay, they're going to come back in a minute.
Sorry.
So VFXI is my company. It's my 6th high-tech startup company, successful company. And one of the basic technologies that we've developed is this new artificially intelligent neural net-based video engines. And with these engines, we can achieve the possible in virtually anything with a display, from phones to tablets, to TV sets, to digital signage, and even billboards like these above me. And as well as virtual reality and augmented reality. We'll talk about some of those things, but we're going to focus on gaming today because we're going to show you something that until now, everybody will have considered impossible. We have a number of vertical companies that build products based upon the technology that we've developed. One example is for 3D medical imaging. There's a doctor in New York, a surgeon, and he's applying it to a variety of medical imaging applications that dramatically improve and affect the effectiveness of doing procedures, training of students and such. We also have doing work in holographic digital signage, turning ordinary advertisements into holographic 3D real time with the speed and accuracy of a new type of neural net we call application-specific neural net. While the rest of the industry, big companies have been doing work recently in what's called deep learning neural net, we've developed a new type we call application-specific neural net, which is hundreds of times more efficient and effective and stable than can be had with deep learning, where the rest of the industry is. So this, again, is another first that's happening here under the Suponic umbrella. In addition, on the left up there, we have Aura Corporation. So Aura Corporation has developed a new type of wall like these. These are LED walls. And you'll see them in airports. You'll see them right there in the Incheon airport, and hotels and malls and in front of buildings and things of that sort, all around the outside here. This company has developed a new type of wall like this that is holographic 3D. And so people build walls like this to create visual impact, to create memory, people retaining what's happening, or for entertainment and concerts and sports and such. If we look at some of the applications, stage and entertainment, like here. So today, you all are about maybe 10 to 15 meters from the screen. We could be creating, even with this content, a holographic 3D experience that comes out of the screen by about 5 meters, creating whole new kinds of experiences no one's ever seen before, and they create much more visual impact and memory and retention, such as in digital signage. Another one is rental trade shows. One thing I hope to be able to make happen in this next year is trade show booth, where we put a hologram wall behind the booth. And inside the booth, in the middle of the booth, we could have robots, mech warriors, Shrek animals standing in the middle of the stage interacting with people as they walk by. That's a type of holographic augmented reality experience with no glasses or headsets. Where's the rest of the industry today? They need headsets to make augmented reality. With this technology, you can create augmented reality in public places with no headsets. Excuse me. Sports complexes is another target. Today, we're going to focus on Vision. Vision is a brand of new gaming products. One that's going to come out is Holo Gaming Monitor. You can plug that into any ordinary PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and play your same games in holographic 3D. A whole new kind of visual experience. But even more so, a lot of the industry is going to virtual reality because it puts you inside the experience. So we have invented a new type of virtual reality that I'm announcing here for the first time. It's called Ultra VR. And it is a huge step in gaming ahead of anything you can do with VR technology that exists today. So it is the beginning of a whole family of new products that will be Ultra VR driven and basically created by a company called Vision Gaming. So what is Ultra VR? How does it compare to standard VR? Again, remember that all the big companies here in Korea, as well as Japan and US, are working on this similar kind of 4K frame-based VR. So 4K represents all the video around you. But you only see, excuse me, the video just in front of you. You don't see the video here. So you really only get about a standard definition level of experience. Oh, thank you. So if you, instead, we've developed this new technology that has up to 32 times more resolution, pixel detail than possible with today's VR technology that all the big companies are working on. 32 times more visual detail, which they would claim is impossible, but we have a whole new way of coming and creating this VR experience. What we're doing is, in this Ultra VR, if you look at the VR technology today, one of the biggest limitations of VR adoption is the lack of content. And the resolution of the video is very low. So it looks a lot blurry and low resolution compared to even HD or 4K TV we experience today. That limits how exciting it can be. But now imagine we had a technology that we've developed that could take the last 40 years, the 4 decades of video gaming, standard video games like on PCs, Xboxes, PlayStations, and such, and turn that all into full 360 3D VR. People would say, that's impossible, that can't be done. And we've done it, and we're going to show you as best we can in a big area what that looks like. But it'll even look better in the headset because the headset's full 3D and these displays here are not 3D. But it puts the gamer inside their video game. So normally they're used to watching a video game on their monitor like this, and it's, you know, however big their monitor is, and they're pushing buttons and moving the mouse, and they're playing it, and it's over here behind a piece of glass on their display. With Ultra VR plugged into that computer, it turns that same game with no changes to the game into full 360 3D VR, where everything is around you. It's like you're inside the game, like a Ready Player One type experience. For the first time, we are implementing under the Suponic umbrella what science fiction has only ever been able to guess at. So what are some of these comparisons to ordinary VR? 32 times more pixel detail. As I mentioned, if you look at today's best 4K VR technology, you only see about standard definition in each eye. Standard definition TV. Remember, that was way back before HD, before 4K, and yet people are supposed to find that exciting? Well, it puts you inside, but now imagine that we can do up to full 4K of each eye in 3D. You are inside your environment, and you're able to run around and experience this like it was real. A whole new type of virtual experience that is much more immersive than exists today in any VR technology out there, way far ahead of anything that's in any large company today. So no lack of content, because now the last 4 decades of games all of a sudden become 360 3D VR. No lack of content. And your favorite games are now in full 3D 360 VR. Now, if you look at PC games, Xbox games and such, they have better gameplay. They're more interesting than VR games are today, because VR games are relatively new and they have not caught up in complexity and sophistication of gameplay, because standard games today have had 4 decades of background, of evolution, of advancement ahead of VR games today. So the gameplay is better. In addition, the graphics itself is better, because it's had evolutions of advancement and creation. So you get a hugely improved experience in the whole gaming platform and gaming arena. And it works with standard game controllers and VR controllers and other new controllers that we will create. But it puts you inside your favorite VR game. We've tested with a whole variety of gamers today, and all of them said that they would prefer playing a game where they could play inside the game instead of playing with the games behind a screen that they're looking at. So what makes up Ultra VR? Well, first thing is there's a box, a hardware box, converter box. This has the ultra advanced, application-specific neural net, artificially intelligent video processor in there. Today, this is a technology demo, so it's a big box underneath a laptop. When productized, it'll be a little box and a fairly low-cost box that fits in gamers' price range. It will be a new type of headset. Now, we're using a standard actually something better than a standard headset, but it's a third-party headset today. This is about almost twice as many pixels as you get on a standard VR headset today. But because we can create very high resolution 3D VR experience, we're going to develop a new headset technology that actually is able to deliver that. So we think one of the sweet spots actually is 2560 by 1440 pixels frame size, which is twice as many pixels as HD, 4 times as many pixels as standard VR today, and it has that in each eye, so it's full 3D. In addition, we can go all the way up to 4K each eye, which is like when you get up into the professional simulators and virtual training simulators and such. And then you have so you got the headset, and then you've got your own gaming controllers, and we'll be providing a variety of new kinds of gaming controllers as well. And of course, your gaming computer and your existing games. No changes to the existing games. All of a sudden, you plug this in, and plug and play, they come now full 3D 360 VR. In the future, we're looking at things like backpack mobile computers, so people can run around in spaces, and also various sensory suits. So like a Ready Player One type thing, you can actually experience if you get hit with an object or something, you'll feel that on your body. So if we look at our status, we are demoing this VR today. And we will have it later this evening where, probably all of you can't experience it because there's so many here. But we will be demoing it tonight at a smaller venue, and we also will be demoing it throughout the next year at various events here in Korea. So hopefully you'll get a chance to experience that because it's so much more than we'll be able to show you on screens that are not 3D. And hopefully at some point we'll be putting our holographic 3D screens up in these kinds of events, and you could see it more the way it would be that way. So in summary, before we do the demo, we have VFXI, whose key IP are these artificially intelligent neural net-based video engines. Vision, who takes this technology and turns it into end products, and Suponic that provides the vision, the market, and the strategy all together, making one of the most powerful changes that I think will probably happen in electronics history since TVs went from black and white to color. And I think it'll be even bigger than that because we'll be turning everything from phones to tablets to TVs to digital signage to virtual reality, augmented reality, and even billboards into extremely new, more experiential experiences. So Ultra VR today turns the last 4 decades of gaming into the newest and coolest experiences people will ever have, well beyond what exists in the VR that's being done across the industry today. Has up to 32 times more image detail, better gameplay, and better graphics. It will become the next most wanted gaming accessory in gaming history, because about 20% of the world population today are gamers of some sort, and this technology will creep into all of that over time. Initially, it'll creep into this initial gaming fairly rapidly. So with that, I'd like to invite my team back on stage to actually show what this, give you an idea of what this may be like, even though you can't see 3D. What's that? Okay. So we have just a couple things we need to do to make sure the system's running. because it has a mind of its own. So take him just a moment. So again, you're seeing the latest virtual reality technology, Ultra VR, that's ultra ahead of anything else in the virtual reality gaming space. We're good? Okay. Sounds good. I'm going to let Michael tell you a little bit about what we're doing in this demo.
Hi. 안녕하세요. 잘 지냈어요? You're probably wondering what is this table here, and we're about to show you. But first, I wanted to make a point, because maybe not everyone here is a gamer, but I think everyone here knows and loves a person who is a gamer. And that is the important part about this technology having such a large market to revolutionize. And as Craig probably already told you, what's so exciting about this is that for a long time, the history of games, we have always played games on a flat surface, watching a screen like this and a keyboard and a mouse, maybe a controller. But now, with our technology, we can take decades of games that people have loved for years, games that even now in this new world with virtual reality becoming the new platform, a lot of gamers prefer to play games, the old games that are not allowed on virtual reality. I should probably pause for it. But now, we are ready to show you how you can take all of these favorite games and play them in full 360 degrees 3D virtual reality like you are inside the game. So here are my lovely assistants to help me show you. This game right here is a PC game. It is Ghost Recon Wildlands. Was never designed to be 3D, but we turned it into a full 3D experience.
Can we put the game video up on the center screen?
Paula, tell me what's up. Tell me what it, okay. So I really feel like I'm in the game. Everything around is in 3D, so I feel like I'm actually in the world, and especially these mountains. It's so beautiful that I feel like I could actually just walk around in the game and look at the sights.
I remember one of the first things that I felt when I first tried this out, and we were skeptical that this would actually work, and it's just the most incredible achievement that beyond what we might have imagined would work. But when I put this on, it was so real because I was inside.
Civilian jackass.
I ran up a hill, and I expected to be panting, but I'm tired. But I wasn't tired. It was like, whoa, I just ran up that huge hill. And I'm on here, and I ran down the next hill and jumped over rocks and fences. It was amazing.
Why'd you shoot a civilian?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the world of the game, which is just what I love. That's the best part about video games.
So she can look all
An
around
escape.
just by turning her head and turning her body, and she can use the gun simulator to be able to shoot in a very intuitive fashion. People that know how to shoot rifles and such, this is going to feel just absolutely very comfortable. All right. Thank you, Pam. That is the first time anyone has seen this new technology. How brand new experiential technology, never
Are we moving
before
the table back?
brought to the industry. Thank you.
네, 드레스 입고 따발총을 쏘셨어요. 이거 VR이기 때문에 가능한 일이라고 생각합니다. 우리 고생하셨으니까 다시 한번 뜨거운 박수 부탁드립니다. 네, 앞서 보여주신 뭐 VR이라든지 뭐 홀로그래픽 이런 게 저희 이 슈퍼닉의 잠재력을 조금 보여주는 단어들인 것 같습니다. 이렇게 쭉 세미나를 들어봤고요. 앞으로 한 3분 정도 저희가 남았는데요. 이번에는 마이클 타이슨 코인을 들어보도록 할 텐데요. 마이클 타이슨 코인은요, 이미 중국에서 3천만 명의 유저를 확보하고 계시다고 합니다. 그리고 전 세계 무술인 및 많은 유저인들이 참여를 하고 계시다고 하고요. 이번 세미나는요, 요요 타이슨의 코인 세미나 들어보도록 하겠습니다. 뜨거운 박수를 맞아주시기 바랍니다.
Hello, everybody. 안녕하세요. First, I want to thank you, Jay and Lorenzo, to make this happen. And I'm the partner and assistant for Mike Tyson. Yes, Team Mike Tyson. So today, I'm so glad. So we have named Suponic Doing the Impossible. Here today, I bring a project called Fight to Fame, which is using blockchain technology to make impossible possible. So I hope everybody gonna enjoy the presentation together with me. So let's first start a video from Mike Tyson.
Hi everyone, Mike Tyson here, the chairman of the organization committee of Fight to Fame, Global Film Action Star Competition, open to global sports lovers and throughout our unique blockchain movie sports business model 6+1 subcommittee established by our Fight to Fame organization committee, aimed to provide sports enthusiasts a path to becoming Hollywood action movie stars through decentralizing selection and competitions to win champion titles and Fight to Fame. I sincerely hope that you will support Fight to Fame, support Tyson Token, and support me. Thank you.
So, Fight to Fame, Global Film Action Star Competition. Everybody has a dream. What Mike Tyson doing here? He is helping people, everyday people, to make their dream happen. What kind of dream? Do you want to be a star? Do you want to be an action star? Do you want to be the star in Hollywood? Yes, you definitely do. But let me know, who is your idol? Who is your dream want to be? Probably you want to be this, like Mike Tyson, you want to be Stallone, or you want to be Arnold Schwarzenegger, or simply you want to be Jackie Chan. But how old are they? Name it. They're in their 60s, or 70s, or 50s. So we are the young generations. We are choosing and selecting the younger generation action stars from you guys, from Korea today. So we have this Fight to Fame Global Film Action Star Competition, which initiated by Mike Tyson. And because he's a lucky person, he got somebody who value his talent. And he got a way to become who he is in his lifetime. But not everybody is lucky as Mike Tyson. So here today, we provide a passageway to provide a path for all those people who wishes to be the next generation of action star, who wishes to become the center of the whole world, and also who is working really hard. We give them the platform. Next slide. So we created this unique and business model called sports plus movie plus blockchain. And we use our 6+1 organizations to establish and execute the whole idea of Fight to Fame. And the Fight to Fame initiated by Mike Tyson, together with other Hollywood stars, as big as Stallone and Schwarzenegger, and maybe Johnson or Jackie Chan. So WBC is our partner.
WBC have full license from 135 countries all over the world. That means we're working with the top one. Just like Suponic, if we want to work with somebody, we want to work with the best one from the industry. So WBC had the full license, and all over the 135 countries, we're going to launch and hold our Fight to Fame Global Film Action Star competitions. It will be not only limited to boxing, but also open to Kung Fu and Taekwondo and the other types of boxing or real combat. And we also work with WCK, which is another famous boxing organization in the States. And also Cinema Libre Studio, which is an American public listed company specialized in film investment and production and distribution. So we want to combine all our resources, whatever, I'm from China, hi. So whatever from China, or maybe today from Korea, and also from United States, we combine all our resources to help all those champions, all the stars coming from Fight to Fame, to have jobs, to play and take a big roles in all those Hollywood action films. We want them to be the star. We build the road for them. Whether they can become the next generation of action superstars is up to them. So our business model B plus M plus Sports creates a platform passenger to encourage those people who want to become Hollywood action stars. Those individuals will participate in the tournaments of various types of fighting and boxing and earn their titles of champions. That's me and with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that is one when he was super, super young. So you can see there's a huge change. But he is still in the film industry. He's still like shooting films right now today. But who want to see people at their age still fighting? We want the younger people. Yes, we show our honor to them, but we still, time flies, we want the younger people. Those people will coming from all of you guys. Those people, as I just mentioned earlier, they are aging. No matter they're coming from Hollywood or from China. Maybe everybody knows about Jackie Chan. How old is he? 60s. He's still playing films, but he got a lot of injuries in his body. So the other people, they all aging, even include Jet Li, who is a very dear friend. So we need young faces. We need younger people. So that's why we hold this Fight to Fame Global Film Action Stars by using blockchain technology. Talking about sports, everybody knows sports sometimes doesn't mean it's fair. But what is a blockchain? Blockchain is decentralized. It's all the data on the chain, you cannot alter it. So this is going to be the first time we use blockchain into sports industry to make the fairest sports and a competition ever. We're going to change the whole world, how the sports industry is going to work. And we're going to launch Mike Tyson token, which is the only exclusive token based on our Fight to Fame ecosystem. And it's the first time ever in this whole world, Mike Tyson is using his own name to back up this whole project. So why he's using his own name? By the way, my name is Yo-Yo. Maybe today I can launch my token. Maybe Chairman Jay will sponsor me for like $10 of US dollars. But how about tomorrow? I sell my idea. Thank you, Jay. I raised $10 and then disappear another day. How can you find me? I may go to China. I may go back to United States. So that's another reason why Mike Tyson, our dear chairman, want to use his name to back up Fight to Fame Global Film Action Star competition. Because he wanted people to know this is a real project. He's committed. He wants people to become the next generation of stars. Next slide, thank you. Yes, let's fight to fame. I want people that's from other families, no matter where the other come from. Maybe they're come from Korea, or even North Korea, or even China, even other places. We're facing 200 countries and regions. No matter you're a woman or you're a man, no matter how old you are, As long as you have a dream, as long as you want to be the next generation of stars, you want to stand in Hollywood, you want to influence the whole world, we provide you with the platform. And that's our fist. We're going to use all of our strengths to make that happen. So what will be the benefits of a Tyson token? Yeah, without any roadshows, without any advertisement, we already logged 150 associations back in China. So we have a lot of like China National Sports Bureau and also China Central Television, and also China National Taekwondo Association, China National Boxing Association, Kung Fu Association, all many of those, they want to be our partners. And also in Hollywood, because I'm from movie industry, and Mike Minowick, probably guys heard about him. His 8-time Oscar was winner. He even told us, like in Hollywood, there are like many networks want to produce the fighting shows, but they only select all those winners, the champions, and then they stop from there. But that is just only another start of us, because we can train those champions to become the action stars and to become the next generation of super action stars. So think about that. We're going to open and hold our press conferences all over the world, maybe another time so again, or in other big countries like Dubai, like Tokyo, and also in China, in other places. So we already have more than 500 medias coming from movie and sports and blockchain industry. And they want to come to cover Fight to Fame. And also, besides Mike Tyson, the other big action stars, maybe like Stallone, Schwarzenegger, or Jackie Chan, or the other people, they will come to present in our press conferences. And also, we have engaged some presidents, prime ministers, and also country leaders who showed interest in our Fight to Fame project. They want to invite us to be held at the press conference in their own country. So think about that. When we do the press conferences, we have superstars coming from Hollywood, from Korea, from China, from other countries, and also the country leaders will be in our press conference. So Fight to Fame will immediately become the world famous brand. So Tyson token will be used to purchase all those Fight to Fame products online, of course with a discount. Second, we're going to engage and cooperate with all those hotels and casinos. Think about that. We're going to host our events in the hotel and casinos. And we'll bring a lot of traffic. And people can use Tyson token to pay all the bills there, which include accommodation, hotel bills, restaurant bills, and also entertainment, even the car rentals, the helicopter rentals. Everything is possible to pay by Tyson token. And also, Tyson token can be used to pay the casino bills, to be used as the chips. Think about that. How nice is that? You simply have your Tyson token in your wallet, in your phone, and then you go to maybe Korea. I don't know whether you have casinos here. You can just change it into your chips and then play with it. Maybe another day you go to Australia and then go to Las Vegas. You just simply take out your cell phone and redeem the chips. So this is the first time digital currency eliminates the barrier between different countries. And also, Tyson token, because Fight to Fame is a real-time competition. We also use Tyson token to bet on the result. This is the amazing advantage of blockchain, because people don't trust each other. So blockchain solved the problem of trust. So we can simply use Tyson token to bet on the result, just like the World Cup. But this time, you will trust your own mind. You will trust your own judgment, because all the data of each athlete, they will be on the data. And you will trust yourself because all the data on the chain is real, cannot be altered. There's no big players gonna maneuver the whole result. And with the smart contract, you will win your money back. And also the potential growth. How many people practicing Taekwondo? I know Taekwondo is a big thing in Korea, because also in United States, a lot of people they're playing, practice Taekwondo. I know Jay is also a Taekwondo master. So I'm come from China. I know a lot of people practicing Kung Fu. In America, a lot of people practicing boxing. But I can tell you, a lot of people, these people will over 100 million. This is not a big number because we hired a third-party marketing agency. That number is coming from that. Those many people, they will come and engage in fight to fame. They were either boxers or boxer's friend, or they're taekwondo players or kung fu masters. They all come and compete in fight to fame platform. So in that case, I believe Tyson token will at least create a market value over than, let me calculate the number, 30 billion US dollars. That means if each Tyson token worth $50, and our market value will be over 30 billion. That's our potential growth. So what is fight to fame? 1, 2, 3. Similar for the other sports events. So people register, people compete with each other, and then we have the champions. And then we have the fourth, which is we're gonna make it in a reality show. So people will choose their mentors, maybe Mike Tyson, maybe Stallone, or maybe Schwarzenegger, or other people like The Rock Johnson. So they will choose their mentors, and then they will go to different places to train them. Maybe go to China, Shaolin Temple to train Kung Fu, and maybe come to Seoul, to Korea, to train Taekwondo, to go to Thailand to train Muay Thai, to go to Las Vegas to train boxing, and also go to Los Angeles to train how to act. Why we're doing this? Because they will become the next generation of action stars. On the screen, sometimes they may show some technical skills. For example, if a movie requires them to be the boxer and requires them to be the Taekwondo masters, and they have to have the skills. And then we're gonna collaborate with the 6 majors. We're gonna reproduce the classic action scenes. You may heard of it. Something like Fast and Furious, Mission Impossibles, Expendables, many more, all those action stars. We're gonna reproduce all those classic scenes. Why we're doing this? Because we're gonna generate a lot of champions, and they are equipped with full knowledge to be the next generation of action stars. And then we have the ultimate winner of Fight to Fame. Among all those ecosystems from 1 to 7, we have our own networks, gonna sending out all the materials, marketing material, the interviews, behind the scene, all those material to all over the world. Because some people, we coming from Korea, we coming from China, we coming from Saudi Arabs, we coming from Europe. So we want all those TV shows, interviews about their own country's hero to go back to their own country. So among the circle ecosystem, we are making them the internet influencer before they become the action stars. So those are our proposed finalist mentors. I hope that everybody here maybe have the chance to become one of those in coming years. So blockchain plus movie plus sports is our business model. This has never been done by anybody before. Doesn't exist in China, doesn't exist in America, doesn't exist in Korea, so we are creating that. Yes, maybe a lot of you heard about 90 or even 99% of those tokens or blockchain projects, they are the fraud tokens or they're the fake tokens. We're not. As I said, Mike Tyson himself is backing up, he's using his name, most valuable stuff of all his life, but as the boxing champion, as a celebrity. So this is the first time we're using a real project to support a blockchain project and also the cryptocurrency. So those are the applications of a Tyson token. We're creating a lot of demands for the applications Tyson token. You can use Tyson tokens to spend in the hotel casinos, our partners, and also pay all the services. And also, if you have some favorite action stars, you can use Tyson token to vote for them. We also, besides all those fierce competitions, we also add some entertainment elements. Maybe somebody looks so cute, just like everybody here. I really like Korean people. The girls are so pretty, and the guys so gentle and so handsome. I love Korea. And maybe in the future, that people like some action players from Fight to Fame, they can use Tyson Token to vote for them. So give them the chance to come back to on the stage and then become the action stars. And also, Tyson Token can be used in the gambling and also pay for all the services and purchase Fight to Fame products online and offline. Yes, the ultimate goal is create next generation of Hollywood stars. So we're creating the path. We have a very detailed plan in the future. So after Fight to Fame project becomes stable, and we're gonna collaborate with a lot of famous brands, and we're gonna also launch the co-naming brands of Fight to Fame. Maybe with Hermes, maybe with Cartier, and all those luxury brands. We have our 6+1 organizations who are going to help us to launch the Fight to Fame big projects. So those are Fight to Fame Global Operations Committee. Yes, we have administration work to do, and those are the people who help us to hold our press conference all over the world. And also, we're going to work with the film and TV investors commissions. So they're helping us to select all those action films we're going to invest in, especially for those champions coming from Fight to Fame. Those action franchises will be Fast and Furious, Expendables, and Mission Impossible, something like that. So the winners of Fight to Fame will come and play the role there. And in addition to that, so our organization will make an investment like 20 to 50 small to medium budget films every year from Hollywood. So all those champions, everyday people, after training, they can prove themselves and they can have a role in Hollywood films. And also we have the blockchain committees, which is helping us with improvements of the technologies, and also Tyson Token issuing committees, who's managing all those Tyson Token issuance issues. And also we have the digital currency exchanges, because we have such big number of users who are coming from 200 countries and regions. So those people we will be working with several different top exchanges, including Suponic, and then we're gonna ask people to register and open account in our partners exchanges. So that's my presentation today, and thank you very much. And 감사합니다. Thank you.
네, 다양한 유명인사들과 함께하는 요요 타이슨 코인 소개였습니다. 네, 잘 들었고요. 이제 시간이 4시를 넘어가고 있고요. 저희 세미나는 2개 정도 남겨두고 있습니다. 그런데 이렇게 많은 분들이 또 자리 뜨지 않고 함께해 주셔서 감사하다는 인사 다시 한번 전해드립니다. 그래서 이번에 6번째 세미나는요. 국제 변호사로 활동하고 슈퍼닉의 미국 법률을 담당하고 있는 제시의 강의를 들어볼 텐데요. 슈퍼닉 인터내셔널 리걸 어드바이저로 활동하는 제시의 법률 세미나를 들어보도록 하겠습니다. 박수로 맞이해 주세요.
Hi, everybody. There are some terrific performances, of course, happening today with some great stars, but let's face it, there's really nothing sexier than discussing regulatory affairs, am I right? Okay, so today, just a really quick talk about it. My name, Jesse Weiner. I'm Suponic's U.S. legal counsel. And there's going to, as Mr. Jun mentioned, there's going to be great Suponic moving into the U.S. with esports, and we could talk about that for hours. But we're not. We're just going to give a brief overview of cryptocurrency in the U.S. and exchanges and how that's working out in the U.S. presently. But first, really quickly, just an overview, and I should have the clicker, the overview of the world as far as cryptocurrency goes. Now, I know Sam talked about a little bit of Europe, so let's jump through this. Of course, places like Switzerland, you know, should be Crypto Valley, lots going on there, almost no regulation, right? India, not currently regulated exchanges, but Singapore, a great place for a lot of, 4 of the 10 largest cryptocurrency ICOs happened there last year. China, unfortunately, tries to make trading cryptocurrencies illegal. And European Union, of course, as I said, we heard from Sam on that. Lots of different, each different country in European Union basically has different rules. So a lot going on there. US, though, is a little bit complicated. And there hasn't been a lot of ICOs in the US because US investors generally cannot invest because there's a lot of different, there's a large patchwork of different agencies that want to regulate US cryptocurrencies and ICOs. So what are some of those? What's the problem? Why is the US not having, why is it complicated in the US? Because we have so many agencies that want to get involved and regulate cryptocurrency. So for instance, CFTC, Commodities Futures Trading Commission, they've said, well, cryptocurrency is a commodity, so we're going to regulate it. Then we have FinCEN, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, says cryptocurrencies are currency, and they want to protect against money laundering and other like terrorist activities kinds of things. So they say, well, we're going to regulate that as well. IRS, Internal Revenue Service, the tax agency. Of course, tax agencies always want to tax everything they can, right? So they've called cryptocurrency not a capital, but a property. So basically, almost any trade, whether you win or lose, is taxed in some form or fashion. Terrible, right? Yes, it's true. And of course, the big bad boy, SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, and have wanted to call cryptocurrencies a security. So therefore, the SEC can regulate it, and if we're going to do an ICO or other kind of private transaction, we should register our ICO. However, the US may be at a turning point, because you realize, I mean, like every other country, US likes money, and we've lost a lot of it over the past couple of years with all these ICOs that the US is losing. Well, the states have thought, we have a federal kind of, we have national laws and state laws, and states have thought, hey, we can actually start being more positive, have incentives for cryptocurrency. So just for example, some states, for instance, Arizona, have legalized smart contracts. Delaware, the very pro-business state, has said, registration of shares will be through blockchain. Vermont, using for civil and criminal cases, blockchain evidence can be used. And of course, Ohio, taxes can be paid by crypto. At this point, only Bitcoin, but who knows, maybe later on, our coin. Now, when I was saying that the US might be at a turning point, it's because finally some congressmen, actually just very recently, just last month, in fact, have said, hey, there's so many different agencies regulating cryptocurrency. States have lost so much money from this. Why don't we try to have some kind of laws that we can enact that will make everything much more efficient so we can sort of bypass CFTC, SEC, IRS, maybe not bypass them, but at least get them to be more efficient to work towards one goal of having investors understand how they can invest and that the ICOs will be legal and cryptocurrencies understood. So basically, just to give a little idea of what this bill might do. So first of all, we'll get a definition of crypto assets and digital tokens. One problem is, what's the definition of cryptocurrency? Is it a security, or is it a separate asset class? The congressmen here are going to call them a separate asset class. So not registered simply as a security or as property, as the IRS has tried to do. Plus, they will not be, excludes them from being recognized as a security, exactly. So we don't have to register every ICO with the SEC, essentially. And maybe even better, as far as taxation goes, you'll see impose an exemption for capital gains taxes on transactions that do not exceed 600, because as I said, almost every transaction, whether you win or lose, is taxed. So the US is finally coming around. We don't know when the new law will be around, when it will be enacted, but hopefully sometime this year. So that's the US. So and also generally speaking, when we're talking about laws and regulations of cryptocurrency, it's not always so great if there are no laws. I mean, there are certain jurisdictions where there's very few laws and you can just have an ICO, but most investors can be very wary and should be wary. So it's nice to have countries that do regulate to some degree so that investors will be protected. And that's all this is saying. So basically, the pros of these regulations, you're going to have less fraud, more validity, recognition, right? Good for investors, higher standards, more efficiency. But of course, the cons, if you have more regulation, it'll be slower and prevent from actually maybe going forward. And even could potentially interrupt progress. That is also true. So what's happening next? Well, as I was saying, basically, in the US, hopefully we're going to have new laws that are going to make things go much more smoothly going forward. But also for ourselves, what can we do to have more efficiency? And when we are doing our own ICO or looking at a cryptocurrency, we want to be careful of a couple of things. We should look to, is the jurisdiction, is there registration, or is it an exemption from registration for our cryptocurrencies? You see, maybe let's say in a place like Cayman Islands, you don't actually have to register your cryptocurrency or your ICO. But then again, there's very little safeguards for investors. We want to have in our disclosures, adequate disclosures so investors know what they're getting into. Of course, pumping and dumping is bad. You probably know what that is. People try to, early investors might try to raise the price just to sell out and have other investors get left holding the bag. Nobody likes that, of course. And there should not be crazy claims of 1,000, 10,000% profits. We don't want to say those kind of things. And of course, we want to be sure that there's compliance with everything that we're doing for cryptocurrency. And that is pretty much, as I told you, short, right? Even though regulation, as I said, is of course very sexy. Still, we want to keep it short. So thank you, Chairman Jay, so much for this opportunity. We are moving into the US, as I said, in esports and in exchange. So I look forward to seeing all of you in the US. And by the way, I'm from Southern California. It is so cold here. But well done, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
최 씨의 법률 강의 잘 들어봤습니다. 이제 마지막 세미나를 남겨두고 있습니다. 이번 세미나는요, 헤드 오브 스푸닉 홀리스틱 센터의 1, 2가 들려주는 세미나인데요. 마지막 강의만큼 조금 힘찬 박수로 맞이해 보도록 하겠습니다.
I'd like to thank Suponic and Jay Park for invitation. It is an honor and big pleasure for me to be here. My name is Ili Guslo. I am the CEO of System 4 Technologies in Germany. I'd like to introduce you one maybe of the most exciting and amazing inventions in the medical and healthcare industry. So Susponic is doing the impossible. But what means doing the impossible? Let's talk about the most important point in life, our health. Is it impossible to live 125 years or even longer? Is it impossible to prevent deadly diseases or to live in health and good vitality for the age of 80, 90, 100? Is it impossible to prevent destructive diseases like dementia, like depression, like trauma? Is it impossible to slow down aging and look younger? So global companies around the world are investing trillions of dollars for the next level and the next generation of medical devices. For example, the US company Symergen, who wants to fight diseases with nano-medical bots. Or Netcom, who wants to upload the brain of humans on computers. Or for example, the Google company Xiaoqio, who wants to research for eternal health through gene manipulation. And last but least, Unity Biotech, who wants to slow down aging or even cure aging, because they say that aging is a disease. So all these companies have got a common problem. They are decades away from practices who can use today and in the next years. So me and most of you have not enough lifetime to see these technologies coming. So that is the reason why we did the impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present you the 2019 Suponic Regenerator. So the Suponic Regenerator is a cell regenerating device. It counteracts cell degenerating. In our understanding, cell regenerating is the most promising health technology of today. I'd like to explain you this on a simple way. Degenerating means finally that aging, biological degenerating, and most diseases are the result finally of cell division. I like to explain this on a simple way to you. So if you have got a piece of paper with an image on it, and if you copy this paper, the copy will not have the same quality as the original. That means the copy will lose pixels, will lose informations. And if you take this copy and copy it again, the next copy will be worse. So this is something which also happens with the cells. Each 7 years, the cells are divided. Each 7 years, we have got a cell division. So the copy of the cells have not got the original DNA informations. Maybe you heard of telomeres. Telomeres are responsible for aging, and with every cell division, the telomeres are shortened. That means we are aging. So with every cell division, the cells are losing DNA information, are losing their information, and therefore people are aging, people are degenerating. So this Suponic Regenerator counteracts the natural biological degeneration through electromagnetic regeneration. We call this technology HIP, Hyper-Ion Plasma Indication. Maybe I can explain it to you on a simple way. Cells are not only biological beings, they are also chemical beings and physical beings. Cells have got a loading, a physical loading. You can measure it, we can measure it, and a healthy cell has got a loading between 80 and 100 microvolt. So defective cells, such as cancer cells, has got lower loadings. For example, cancer cells has got a loading of 20 to 40 microvolt. So the HIP technology generates ion plasma fields that are cell responsive, that are highly concentrated and specially calibrated. The fields are transmitted inductive to the patient and correspondent with the microcurrents of the cells. So finally, the HIP technology loads the cells with energy, and healthy cells are strengthened, and sick cells and attack cells become regenerated. The success of each therapy depends on the individual, on the age, on the constitution, on the DNA-related conditions, and of course on several personal factors. Finally, the Suponic regenerator regenerates or recharges the human cells through active negative ion plasma fields. This sounds very technical, but finally the principle is very easy. The conclusion is cell regeneration, and the conclusion of cell regeneration is the regeneration of the holistic body. So this enables many new therapies and that are caused by cell degeneration. For example, burnout, depression, stress therapies, injury therapies, pain therapies, anti-aging therapies, post-medical therapies, sports, dementia, degeneration therapies, and of course preventive therapies. The HIP technology has been probed and used therapeutically in many studies and in over 1,100 patient applications with outstanding results and without any side effects. So we are happy to do the impossible, the Suponic regenerator, available very soon here in Seoul. Thank you for listening.
네, 마지막 강의까지 이렇게 잘 마쳤습니다. 오늘 스포닉이 준비한 7인의 명 강의 모두 다 들어보셨는데요. 또 유익한 시간 되셨는지요? 네, 대답이 우렁차네요. 네, 저희 분위기 바꿔서요. 2부 행사에는요, 개그맨 손원수 씨와 기업 업무 협약심 및 또 회장님의 안내 말씀을 이어서 전해 듣도록 하겠습니다. 더불어서 인기 가수 앤티크와 로즈핑거 그리고 거미의 축하 공연이 있을 예정입니다. 그래서 여러분들을 위한 시간이 준비가 되어 있으니 온전히 즐기다 가시길 바라고요. 저는 15분 후에 다시 돌아오도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.